what is going on, my Atomic Auto Works friends? Sorry for such a close and personal camera angle. I'm kind of in the corner doing some body work. So on this K20, we ran into a little bit of an issue where we body worked the quarter panels for the bed, and there was like a bunch of pinholes, a lot of pinholes, which we usually don't get. We use really expensive body fillers and stuff, but sometimes it happens. So we went through and we had a razor blade every single one of them, re-primer it and block it out. But I wasn't convinced that it was perfect, so I wanted to go back and guide coat it. And a guide coat is just a spray that we buy. They have powder that you pounce on, and they also have a spray like a rattle can that you can spray on. And a guide coat, all it does is it has a contrasting color from the primer underneath it. So we have a gray primer with a black guide coat. So now when we sand it, as you run your sandpaper across it, you can see all the low spots and issues, so bodywork being low or whatever. So what you want to do is have a nice uniform gray like this is here and no black at all. Even a little tiny black dot that would be a pinhole or something issue, we're making sure that those are completely sanded out. We're also doing the body line. So I wanted to show you, because I'm trying to sharpen up this body line a little bit better. We went through it. The body line's actually really good, but I wanted to show you how it works. So you can see we have the guide coat here, and we already sanded the top. So we have a nice edge here. So I'm just gonna go through the bottom, and what we're looking for is we're doing our cross hatching. So I'm going at different angles. You never sand in the same place or front to back. Always going at different angles. And we're trying to get rid of these low spots and also make this line really nice and sharp. So here we go. See here, the line's starting to tighten up here. Get a little sharper. I'm actually gonna hit the top of this a little bit, because you can see there's some body filler that's starting to stand out, which means it might be a little high there. So we see metal here, so we're not gonna sand anymore there. Once you see metal, you stop. Just getting ready to sharpen up with this body filler. Now that line's getting really sharp, but I got a little steel here. This is starting to sand through, so this body line is pretty much getting to where it's gonna be. So you can see it's like a nice pencil line going down here. So if you look down the body and sight that body line, it's very straight because of that. And with this guide coat, I'll show you, hopefully you can see this because the camera's pretty close, but you can see all these dark spots. So what we're doing is just sanding all these areas out. Once there's absolutely no dark spots, you can see there's still all dark spots in here. Once the dark spots are gone, then we know we're good and we can move to the next grid. So I'm gonna finish off this entire bed and then go to a lighter sandpaper and a lighter sandpaper and a lighter sandpaper, and then we're gonna prime it. All right, so I felt I should explain a little better. Guide coat is either you get it in a pounce pad or you could get it in a spray. So this is the pad, it's just a powder, and you put it on. You see how it darkens up the panel. So now when we go to sand it, what's gonna happen is we're gonna lightly sand, no pressure, and it shows you every imperfection. You can see everywhere that it's light gray, it's already, anywhere it's light gray, it's already high. And anywhere it's black, it's low. So as you're sanding, you'll see areas like tiny little pinholes that have to be addressed, or even low spots. Like this is a little low spot. These are obviously low spots. So the idea is you want to sand this out. Ideally, you wouldn't sand through the primer. So we have like still a little low spot there. There we go, now it's gone. So if you look at this area here, there's no low spots. We didn't break through the primer, which is great. Obviously here is low and here is low. Remember, we're always cross hatching. You never sand in this direction or this direction. Always move around. You don't dig into the panel. You see that? Now we have all those lows are gone. We have a little low here, so we just keep moving. What I like to do is make sure that the area I'm working is perfect before I move on.